All right, guys, it is 2 o'clock, which you know what that means. It is time to start the 2 p.m. Sales Espresso Shot series. So today, y'all, I'm really excited to bring you something kind of different. And what I did was to ask around some of the top producers in the country, kind of what they have been using this year and what they intended on using for the rest of the year to keep their success going, to keep that ball rolling downhill. Okay. And that's what we're going to cover today is the top 3 trends for MLO success in the second half of 2025. Now, for those of y'all that don't know me, this is me. I'm the guy in the picture, as always. If you are new to this and are not connected with me, please scan that QR code if you would. Love to connect with you via social media, or of course, you can always shoot me an email or text, whatever is easier. But please reach out. Love to connect. All right. So if you are new here, or even if it's been a minute, which I know it has for several of y'all, the rules are this. We're going to hit this up in 15 minutes or less. So it's going to be fast. It's going to be quick paced. If you have questions, that sucks. I'm sorry. You're going to have to ask them after the call. All right. But guys, we're going to go ahead and dive right into it because this one is going to be a little bit longer. So the number one is going to be leveraging AI. Now, I personally have avoided talking about AI in any of my training sessions, not because I don't know about it or don't use it, because God knows I use it a lot, but because it's like the hot topic right now. And, it's just like everybody's talking about AI. But you know what? We can't get away from it. The top MLOs are leveraging AI, but what are they doing with it, right? It's doing more than than using it as a cheat sheet for, hey, I've got to turn this report into my boss. I got to think of something to do, right? Well, they are using it for prospecting and lead generation. One of the biggest things that the top LOs have done so far is they have taken their CRM data, thrown it into AI, and the AI will actually identify their ideal customer profile. Now, any of y'all that have been in my trainings know that I am big on ideal profiles for both referral partners and customers. But they are not sitting there and grinding out pipeline data. They're uploading and letting AI do the work for them, and then they're using the human aspect to refine it. All right. They are also automating a ton with AI. They're automating email, LinkedIn outreaches with personalized messages, not just generic sounding stuff. People are starting to get wise or have already gotten wise to what looks like a chat GPT or Gemini response. They can recognize when something's been done with AI. So used properly, though, AI can actually generate a personalized message. And this one isn't really for the individual LOs or whoever on the call, really more for the companies. If you're not using an AI chatbot already on your website to capture people who visit and get information so a human can contact them, you are completely missing the boat, guys. So if you're a business owner, financial institution, whoever on here, and you're not doing this, you better find a way because your competitors are doing this, and it's an easy way to get leads. All right, leveraging AI for messaging and content creation. Now, this is one of the ones I want to really emphasize because, excuse me, they can generate custom scripts, custom cadences, templates, proposals, all this if you use the correct prompt. And prompting, as y'all know, anyone who has used AI realizes that it's going to only give you as good a results as what you put in. The prompts matter, okay? So the content creation and messaging is huge, but you got to be sure to use the right prompting. It also lets you do something really interesting, which most people don't do this, but the top producers I talk to use this frequently. If they are about to approach a new referral partner or try out a new marketing campaign or even try out something new on social media, and they're trying to figure out, hey, which one of these is going to give me the best engagement? Rather than play the guessing game, they're using AI to say, okay, I've got campaign A, campaign B. Which one of these leads to more engagement, will get me the desired result that I want? And that is really, really interesting. And that way, that helps them decide which one to go. So that way, they're not starting a campaign, it's a dud. Then they do another one and it's successful. But you know what? They lost 30 days worth of time there, or whatever the case is. So that's a really cool one. And AI can, of course, be used to create social media content that is branded to you, uses your tone, your voice, and is geared to whoever you want to particularly market to. All right. Another big one that AI helps with, and this is where a lot of LOs fall short, is in the follow-up. Not only just following up with things like pre-approvals, but following up with potential referral partners. Following up is king. And it's also the number one downfall of most sales professionals, especially in mortgage and real estate. They simply don't do a good job following up. And this helps you to automate sequences. Those of y'all out there that have CRMs know that this is a huge part of it. But if you don't, you can actually leverage AI guys to do this for you. If you don't know how, talk to me. We'll show you how to do it. All right. And this is actually a kind of a cool one. It uses a sentiment analysis tool to gauge buyer interest. Um, it can essentially review your communications, emails, text, that kind of thing. And it'll say, look, you know what? I know you think you're getting somewhere, but it looks like, you know, prospect A not really that engaged with you. And it helps you adjust in real time, get you out of that cruise control. This is just a snapshot of how they're leveraging AI to help them, but this is should really serve as a reminder to everybody that if you want to make the most of your pipeline, you got to use it. All right. Number two is referral partner education and resource. So, again, talking to these folks that are some of the highest producing LOs in the country, they all had the same thing listed as some of their top ways that they are filling their pipeline, and that is educating their referral partners. And I don't just mean doing CE courses for realtors, okay? I'm talking about providing content and true value via themselves, via one of their other referral partners, via me. And that is becoming a trusted resource. All right. And the reason for that is because this builds trust and credibility. It moves beyond just that transaction or just that next sell. Um, it helps it helps tap into that law of familiarity that's out there, and it gives you the opportunity to demonstrate your expertise. It inspires confidence in others, which in turn inspires their confidence in you. All right. This helps serve to strengthen relationships because it does, like I said a second ago, really focus on that value added partnership. It's again going beyond the transaction. If you are providing education or something that's going to help somebody else grow their business, then that is a true value to to them that you are providing. And it helps grow, right? It helps them grow, it helps you grow. This is a true win-win scenario. It's by and strengthening these relationships is more important now than ever. All right. And as a result, it also helps increase the referral volume. It keeps you top of mind. It keeps that mind share of your referral partners filled with your name. That way, anytime someone comes up with a question, the more education you can provide, the more awareness that you're going to have with those folks so that someone comes to them with a question, they're going to say, hey, you need to go talk to Skip, or whatever the case is. And that's what we want, right? We want to become the first thought that pops in our referral partners' minds whenever something pertaining to what we do is put out there. And again, it's differentiation. Um, it's different. Not everyone's taking the time, putting in the effort to actually provide this type of thing for their referral partners on a routine basis. And again, I'm not talking about the CE stuff. That's what everyone goes to whenever we talk about realtors. Guys, don't forget there are about 1,000 other types of referral partners out there besides real estate agents, and all of this stuff matters. All right. If you need help thinking up topics to cover, classes to put on, seminars, webinars, lunch and learns, whatever the case is, however you want to do it. If you need help, let me know. This is part of what I do. I'll be glad to help you out. All right. And the third one, I'm sorry, before we get to that, the reason for this is that it also enhances client experience. I completely forgot one of my own bullet points. Goodness gracious, y'all. Um, it enhances the client experience by ensuring a smoother transaction, which gives confidence. Again, kind of going back to that first piece, that where it inspires confidence. It helps get those transactions smoother. Confident transaction means happier customers. Happier customers increase referral volume. It's all a big cycle, right? It also helps expand your market reach by increasing your number of referral partners by doing workshops, seminars, social media and content sharing. I think y'all are pretty familiar with that, but if not, if you don't have a social media presence, be sure that you're out there getting exposed on social media with what you're doing, the value that you're providing others, okay? And like I mentioned a minute ago, it positions you as a community leader. That mind share is vital. You've got to capture that as a market influencer in real estate and mortgage, right? And as a side note, there are also oftentimes media opportunities, and that's one that people sometimes overlook. Local news. Be that person that goes on there and talks about housing, anything having to do with housing, financing, of real estate, any of that. Don't forget, those are opportunities. Ask for those opportunities so that way you can educate the masses and you get exposure there too. All right. Last but not least, I know we just talked about improving referral partner partnership, but here's is another huge one. Focusing on the consumer. I would say that one of the biggest things that these folks I talked to said was that they said, Skip, we have shifted our efforts from relying solely or mostly on referral business. We're still trying to grow it. That's great. But we have also decided that moving on to consumer direct marketing has been more successful and made us become a referral source. It gives you direct access. You're the first person there with the message that you want to send to whomever that you have decided to market to, right? It helps to establish your personal brand and trust. The more out there that you're trying to get your name out there and what you're all about, the better. All right. And another huge one is that control over your lead quality, right? It's great if a referral partner brings it to you. You've got to roll the dice a little bit. That may be a good one, may not be a good one. But this one, if you are going directly to the source, you have a higher percentage of quality leads than if you did not. All right. You get faster feedback and engagement. Y'all, if you're taking out the middleman and then all of a sudden you're becoming a referral source, you get faster feedback. You get more thorough, in-depth engagement that makes a bigger impact and frankly puts you in a position where you're more likely to close them. Also lets you diversify your lead sources, right? You can do a consumer direct marketing campaign to any number of different groups within the market that you serve. And if you need some ideas for that, let me know. I can go over some really popular ones, some ones that are brand new that I've seen others have success with. These can be a lot of fun, and they really help you reach new markets. And kind of like with the referral partner piece earlier, education-based marketing converts better than just standard marketing. It really does. We can't forget that, okay? Providing education is one of the biggest difference makers, whether you're working with referral partners or consumers. And it's also a lot easier to track your data and your analytics. And sales is a numbers game, right? If we have consumer direct marketing, it's easier to track that data. And that's just as somebody who lives and dies a lot by numbers, I can appreciate the ease of that because it makes it simpler. All right. Guys, woo! That was a lot. It's 2:14. I finished a minute early. I crammed a lot into that 15 minutes, y'all. Listen, really appreciate it. If you have questions about any of the things that we talked about today, you want some ideas, want to brainstorm, talk about anything further, reach out to me. Let me know, okay? Be glad to help you out. But these are the three trends. Use them now and start building up your second half of 2025. And as always, if I can help you do more, close more, be more, please let me know. Thanks for coming, and I'll see y'all next week.